Peace and greetings, my beautiful people. What's good? It's your girl Thryce here, and I'm back for another video. Boop. Just so this video is going to be my top 5 Thoth-based decks. These are the ones that I typically reach for when I want to use the Thoth system. And this is part of me going through my collection and really trying to determine what is my core collection, like what must I have and must I use at this point in the journey that I feel is essential for me to work with. So I'm gonna be going through a couple of different videos going off of my top 5 in different categories, and I feel that these categories work for me in general with my tarot deck. So of course we have my infamous Thoth here. It was a large size. It's trimmed. I can probably bring this a little bit closer just so you can get. And you know, I really do think that these cards, that the imagery is extremely beautiful. I've said this like 1,000,001 times on this channel, but really don't be scared of this deck. You know, if you know you don't vibe with the person whose thought was behind it, think about the artist who did all the work that she put into it. One thing about tarot is, you know, you read according to how you're gonna read, right? You know what do these colors mean to you? How do you read the colors? If you know astrology, what do those glyphs, those astrological glyphs mean to you? You don't have to dig all the way deep into Kabbalah and all these other things, other esoteric concepts. You can. I'm not saying that you can't, but if you don't want to, it's not going to stop you from getting good readings from this deck. I'm just going to say it that way, because when I jumped into this deck, I still know I know very little Kabbalah, okay? Or Hermetic Kabbalah, should I say. And I still get very powerful readings from this deck. And even just, if you can allow the colors to take you in, I think that that's very helpful. Especially because it's kind of a pippish type of deck. And also, and I might get hate for this, for those people who are very much into esoterics, but some people aren't. So I feel that it's only fair to make this deck, you know, kind of make the deck approachable for people who are not necessarily into esoteric. So this deck here, the Tarot Handbook, Practical Applications of Ancient Visual Symbols by Angelis Aaron, is a very practical book to pick up. It goes through the symbolism. It has questions for each of the cards, and it kind of cuts to the chase. It gets to the point. You know what I mean? What does it mean as an affirmation? What does it mean as a meditative tool, as a growth symbol, as a lifetime symbol, gifts, challenges? You know, it just is. This is a very good book. Don't sleep on this one. If you've ever been interested in the Thoth deck and you're not sure where to start, and you're not very interested in getting into the wormholes and the esoterics, you don't have to. You can use it practically, and if it leads you down that road, it's a natural segue. And you know, I find it interesting, but yeah, I just wanted to do that. So that's obviously the Thoth deck. That's my number 1 go-to for that. These are really in no particular order. The next one I have here is the Vision Quest Tarot. I talk about this tarot a lot. And this is a go-to deck for me as well. I just find it very easy to read with. Again, this one you don't need to know the esoteric stuff. You just gotta, what do the seeds mean? The growth, right? Like, you just look at just read it. Just read what's going on the cards, and what do feathers mean to you? What do vessels mean to you? Bowls. You know, what do the colors suggest? I really love this deck so much. So this is, you know, another deck I find very easy on the eye, easy to work with. It's pretty safe for, so is the Thoth deck as well. It's pretty safe to work with in mostly, it's neutral, right? In any environment. It's not offensive, really, in any way, artistically wise. So that is that. And then the next deck I have here that's Thoth-based is the Quest Tarot. And so this is what the backs of them look like. The Quest Tarot, this deck is out of print. I got it a long time ago. I've had this deck for a really long time. But this one, there's this kind of, let's see if it'll focus. Focus. Okay, you don't want to focus. The human images are almost like robotic and alienish. Not really alien-y, but I don't know how to explain it. They're otherworldly, kind of. Which I think, you know, it's kind of good, because it's like, okay, there's somewhat of a human figure that's somewhat relatable, but they're either gold or silver, right? And so I feel that also, there's a lot going on this deck. Like, we have the astrological symbols going on here. There's hexagrams from the I Ching. There's gemstones. There's little letters. Let's see, what else? Yeah, there's gemstones. Here's some runes right there. Some of them have these little swords that help with yes or no readings. So this deck is pretty cool. Like I said, I've had it for a long time. It is Thoth-based. Oh, I still haven't, whatever, this is my Juju card or blank slate card, I don't know. Basically, there's an extra card that you can, you know, add your own special card in there. But yeah, this is a really good deck. It does a lot. So if you're into anything else, you can play with this one. This one has a lot. I know, I'm sorry I'm showing it that it's out of print, but it is a Thoth-based deck that I do use on the regular. I don't use it too often on social media, but I might pull it out one of these days just to share. But again, it's inoffensive. There's nothing too crazy or kind of creepy going on that would be suggestive, right? Or like that it'll be banned on social media for being used. So yeah, so that is the Quest Tarot, and I'll leave the information all in the description box for you, like by who it's from and all that. And then of course, I have my Rosetta Tarot, my mini Rosetta Tarot, by M.M. Moline here, and I really like the I just love the backstory of the way that the images were done and created. This is a good reader. It's a good travel size deck. So okay, just sliding around everywhere. This one is definitely more esoteric. I feel like reading her book that goes with it, it's gonna be the Book of Sachet. Really helps kind of identify with what's going on in these cards, you know. So the Rosetta Tarot, and then these are the backs here in case you didn't see them before. And then last, but as I say it always, not least, the Tabula Mundi. Also by M. Emmeline. And there's an expansion pack for this deck. And this deck is also very wonderful to read with. The book for this one is called... What is it called? Oh, Book M, Liber Mundi. Very good read. But again, I feel like the images in this one, like, yeah, you could use the book, but I jumped in right away just to use it, and I feel like it reads beautifully. It just like poetry. I don't know. It's so good. So these are my top 5 Thoth-based decks, and there will be more to come. So thank you for watching. Much love, many blessings. Peace.